And we're just about to see you ride Topper, which I think would be really interesting, because a lot of people, I think, associate them with being pets or children's ponies, but more of a sort of a lead rein pony that can't do a lot extra.
That's right.
So I'm sure you're about to prove us wrong.
Yeah, I mean, so many people say that, you know, Shetlands are naughty and they do this and they do that, but it's often because people treat them as pets. And if you treat them as ponies, they're as good as any other pony you can get. Except they're a little bit stronger, so they last that a little bit longer. I'm 5'4" and still ride them, so yeah. I think when people say that they are like pets, they don't really understand Shetlands entirely. They just probably know one down the lane that does nip and a little bit because it's been treated like that.
Absolutely. Excellent, thank you very much.
So we're watching Natalie ride Coppice Topper.
Yeah, Topper's a 15-year-old gelding. He's been ridden for many years now, but a 15-year-old Shetland is really just a babe. We've got ridden ponies still going at 26, so he's almost a youngster really.
Gosh.
But Topper, he's got terrific hock action and a very good front, and with Nat schooling him and with the kids riding him, we really can get a really nice turn of pace out of him. He hasn't been ridden since the end of August, so he's a bit rusty, but we don't ever have a problem with the Shetlands bringing them back into work. They're very amenable, they try very hard, we just sometimes have to work on the fitness. But no, they look... Obviously Topper's just come out of the field today and he's got a few stable stains on him, but when he's in his summer posh frock, as I like to call it, and he's all polished up and he's got his tack and that's got her gear on, they knock spots off all the other ponies. A smart Shetland is really something to see, particularly when you can see how well they move.
Well, I think that's quite surprising really, because you don't associate, well, again, this is another myth that's going to be entirely blown out the water, but you don't associate a Shetland with being a particularly good mover.
No, I think it's because before they were really taken on board as good riding ponies, they never got the schooling. I think also, perhaps over the years, the conformation has improved slightly. I think they've got a better front and a better shoulder and a better neck now. They've got more length of rein. But then, of course, anything which is just pootled around on, you know, all its life, never schooled, never given the opportunity to show what it really can do, is just going to be a plod. And I think that's what Shetlands have been associated with, but certainly not the case anymore.
No.
Top-ridden Shetlands are very sought after now and very hard to get.
Okay, so they can obviously compete in ridden show classes. Can they do anything like dressage or...?
Shetlands are very good at dressage actually, yes, because they tend to engage their hocks very well. There's a lot of ponies at Shetlands that do dressage at pony club level and at NPS level. Obviously they are renowned for their jumping. Shetlands are phenomenal jumpers.
I was actually going to ask that, because again, one assumes that because they're quite little and close to the ground that perhaps they're not the best jumpers.
No, I think it comes from being sort of basically escapologists. You know, Shetlands are very, very clever and they're very good at surviving and they're very good at seeing a gap and going for it, and the same applies to anything that can be climbed or jumped over. They do enjoy it. 6 easily with a 2
Really?
spread, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not saying he'll do it today.
No, but
he's
just...
too fat and fluffy at the moment.
You
but
want me to just pop over that little one?
yeah, pop the little coloured one there.
Just move it round to get the jump in there. And can you hunt and things with them?
Oh yes, yeah, there are a lot of Shetlands that hunt. The thing about Shetlands is that they don't know they're little.
Okay.
They know they're horses, they know that they're not toys or pets, and they're not intimidated at all by bigger horses.
So hunting,
yeah, there are some super
oh wow,
yeah, there are some super pictures to be found on various of the ponies in the hunting field. So they soon win hearts and minds, believe me. Good boy.
So we're just going to have a little look at Coppice Topper leg yielding again. Something I don't think Shetlands are associated with their lateral ability, but just seen him do it rather beautifully.
Well,
when we were watching that, we obviously saw her ride top and we saw her jump topper. You mentioned that they're good at hunting. Are they also quite good driving ponies?
They're phenomenal driving ponies, yeah. I mean, for a lot of reasons. Obviously, their overall body strength is terrific, because particularly in pairs, you know, they really can draw well. They're also very brave, very bold, and very clever. They can work stuff out, and they will always throw their heart, and they will really go for it. They are terrific driving ponies. Again, you have to start with the right basics, and you do need something unspoiled that hasn't got used to worrying or thinking about taking off, because I mean, obviously the safety of a child riding pony is important, but it's also very important to be aware of safety when you're driving.
It's a whole different ball game.
It's a whole different ball game. I personally think you need more people involved. You need a bit more help.
Yeah.
You've got to get the basics absolutely spot on. But no, get it right, and they are absolute smashing driving ponies.